What is it that you do for a living?
I work in retail.
And what is your salary or hourly rate?
It's gone down recently. I was working like full time over the summer break, but I'm at university, so I just make the standard part time rate, which is I think $23.50 on weekdays, and then I do get weekend penalty rates, so which is good.
And when's the last time you got a pay rise?
I just started working in this job recently because I was overseas last year, so a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, when I was working casually in retail before then, I was getting like the standard one every year that you get until you turn 21. But yeah, I'm not expecting one for a while.
What are the best and worst parts of your job?
I think it's really hard to feel like you're getting ahead when you're working in retail or hospitality as a young person, because kind of all of my earnings pretty much per week go towards rent and bills and general living, so it's hard to feel like you're getting ahead because there's not much left over at the end of the week ever. So it's really hard to save money, but I like working with clothes. I guess that's the best part of my job. Yeah.
And how many hours a week do you work?
I work 23 hours a week at the moment.
How has the cost of a living increase impacted on your day-to-day life?
I've been really lucky that I got a place to live, rented a house with my friends before the kind of rental crisis really kicked off. But I guess that's the most significant way that it impacts my life, is like rental security is really poor. Like everyone in my life and that I know is anxious all the time about being able to kind of find a new place or their lease ending and then worrying that their landlord will put the rent up.
And what are your thoughts on unions?
Positive. Unions, great. Definitely. I find it really frustrating because I'm a uni student, but I think like the ability to be involved as a young person now has been really negatively impacted by the government's lack of support for young people, and that I think it's a lot harder to be politically involved nowadays because the cost of living is so expensive that I feel like everyone just spends a lot of time honestly wrapped up in their own life trying to figure out how they can live because it's become so much harder. So like I guess I wish there was more, I wish I had more time to be politically involved and like in terms of like wages and like knowing my rights and knowing what I'm entitled to. But it's hard when you're just kind of living paycheck to paycheck, I think.